What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Got a very special video for you tonight, guys. I actually went out and I purchased some software because I found this VHS tape right here in storage, and it is a tape. It's done on a camcorder, so bear with the quality a little bit. We're used to such good quality nowadays that like this thing jumping around, but people were filming it in the actual auditorium. It's a 1997 guest posing of Dorian Yates, and he's weighing at 310 pounds. In superb condition for 310 at 5. He's 5'10". But I just wanted to kind of put this out there because it is something that, you know, you don't see a lot of these around anymore, especially like at this exact show. You're not going to see it really anywhere online but here. But you can see the thickness, the width, just the development of every body part that Dorian has now. Guys, nowadays, we just don't see that, right? It has to do with that hard fucking training. People talk about drugs. Guys are taking more drugs now than ever before, okay? There's drugs all over the place, but Dorian would go in there and literally leave it all on the line. And any pro that's ever trained with Dorian says flat out that they can't hold a candle to him. And his physique shows it. It's rugged. It's thick. It's the epitome of what bodybuilding had been pushed. The envelope had been pushed when Dorian came along. So I'm super excited to give you guys this, especially in time for Christmas. I was like, you know what? A lot of people are going to be home. They're out of school. They get time off from work, watching YouTube. I was like, you know what? Let me go see if I can find this software. And I went through, I went and bought a VCR to get this tape up for you guys. And I actually went through three different types of software to finally find one that actually turn this thing into a tape, other than trying to pay, you know, like whatever it was to try to drop the tape off, wait 2 weeks. I'm like, I want to do it myself. So I have a bunch of VHS tapes that have stuff like my old wrestling matches and stuff on there that I want to convert and get up for you guys, because a lot of people have questions about the wrestling thing, and that's what I was looking for. And I found this tape and I was like, oh shit, I bet you guys would love this. So without further ado, Merry Christmas, guys. This is a 310-pound Dorian Yates, off-season condition, 1997, and if you're into bodybuilding, you're going to love it. If you're not into bodybuilding, you're going to be like, wow. If you like those guys back then in the 90s, you're going to love it. If you're a fan of bodybuilding today, you're still going to love this. It doesn't matter who you are. This guy changed bodybuilding, Dorian Yates, forever. And this is one of those things that, you know, you only get professional video shot and stuff of him and not many of the amateur stuff. So this amateur gritty stuff is what took place on the New England stage, the New England Championships in 1997. And if you look in the back while he's talking to the podium, you can see a person standing there with writing on this side of the shirt and something here. It's actually Steve Weinberger. This was the first time I actually met Dorian Yates in 97. And he left such an impression that I literally posted pictures of him all over the place and was like, that was my motivation, was Yates. So without further ado, guys, Dorian Yates, 310 pounds, off-season conditioning at the 1997 New England Championships. Enjoy.
Show ancestors were in Boston. I'm sure you remember this Tea Party, what they did, you know, a long time ago to the English people when they were trying to tax the tea in Boston. If Dorian's relatives were, I don't know if we would have dealt with that whole issue. History would have been changed. Dorian, you're a great champion. I've seen the likes of Oliva all the way to Larry Scott and Steve Reeves and all the great...
Reeves!
Never have we...
Reeves!
I told Dorian, I've never seen this off-season condition of any athlete in the world. Can't even imagine what it's going to look like for this year's Olympia. Hopefully you've caught your breath because this audience loves you and wants to hear it.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you for your tremendous reception. I'd like to thank Jim and the MPC for bringing me here and looking after me. It's a great compliment to be compared to all those other great champions. Everything's going very well for me at the moment. Weighing about 310 pounds. A lot of guys have been talking in the magazines, things like that. That's not really my style. I'm a great believer in actions being louder than words. So I intend to turn up with Mr. Olympia in September in my very best shape. It's going to be the best that I ever looked, and hopefully if I'm invited back next year, if you want to see me next year, I don't know. Hopefully, when I return next year, I'll have another Sandow trophy safely at home. Thanks very much.
Hold on. Get your cameras ready. One more, most muscular. Here it is. Get those cameras flashing. Dorian Yates.
Side tricep, side tri.